All right, I believe we are online. Welcome, guys, to another 2019 World Cup of Design playthrough. I am Canuck. Joining me, as always, is Eric, Victory Lane Sports. How are you today, sir?
Wonderful. Happy Saturday to everyone. Let's
Oh,
play
yeah.
some golf on these fantastic World Cup courses.
Yeah, they're starting to trickle in a little bit faster than before, but I think we're about five behind from our count. So we're gonna try to get a couple in today, and hopefully start getting us caught up a little bit. So today we are going to start with Hanging Lake Golf Club. This is from Spartan 4 Knight, who is just coming off a pretty good showing in the rookie contest, I think. He had, remember what his course was called? Something Bear Tracks or something.
Boy, I'm already like so far ahead in my mind that I've forgotten his last one.
I think that was his last one. I think he's only
Sorry,
done
Taylor.
one course. I think he's only done one, but looking forward to
Yeah, I
this
think you're
one.
right. And I haven't played this one yet. So I know I've played a few of the ones that we've, gone through, and I had either an opportunity to play online with some buddies or whatever, and they picked these courses. This one I haven't played yet, but I have seen it. Um, I've seen other people stream it, but my initial reaction, at least from that, was for a second course. It had a big wow factor for me just seeing it when other people played it. So I'm looking forward to playing this very much.
Nice. Well, that's good. Right.
Hey Matt, how you doing? Welcome chat.
Yeah,
People
welcome,
starting
chat.
to trickle in.
Okay. How are your tour rounds this week?
Oh boy, not good.
We don't talk about it. All right.
Well, we can talk about it, but no, it's just one of those things where I missed another cut by I think it ended up being just two shots.
Mhm.
Um, but the frustrating part was on the second hole, water left. I get the infamous very fast downswing.
Of course.
So that goes in the water. So I'm already after two holes. I'm already like over par. I actually fought back in that round to -6 with a 6-foot birdie putt on the 18th hole to be -7, which would have been, I would have been totally fine with that. Of course, I missed that 6-footer. Um, make a par.
Yeah.
Great opening look tee shot, by the way.
Yeah, I do like that. I like the little lake
You know,
there.
framing and everything. I like how the lake kind of stretches out in front of you and then leads to bunkers that you can see
Mm-hmm.
because they're sculpted well. Um, but -6 after round one in Webb, the cut was looking like it was going to be -10, so definitely not a panic.
Yeah.
And then basically the same thing in round two. I get another very fast into water, make a double, which drops me to -4. And then I know from there, I know it's an uphill battle. And then one additional time, I got a bad tempo into water, and yeah, I just could never make it up.
Oh, jeez, that sucks.
So I missed it by a little bit. Doily and I think Doily and Tim were the ones that made it, and me and Jeff are going home.
I heard Doyley played well. Ooh, I just made
Oh,
a long putt.
he played really well.
Wow.
So yeah.
I do like this opening hole. I'm a sucker for a good Swiss course. They're hard to pull off though. I feel this theme has eluded me for a while now. I'm trying to work on something in this theme, but I don't know. It's everything's just too green for me.
Wasn't your Denali club in Swiss?
Nope, that was Boreal. I've only done
Oh,
one course in
okay.
Swiss, and it wasn't that great, in my opinion. But oh, this is like a nice look here.
I was looking forward to seeing this one because I like what he did with the contouring on the fairway. How where the fairway bends, he's also complemented that by the natural sculpting of the terrain so that it makes sense why the fairway would be
Sloping like
bending
that.
around
Yeah.
these slopes. Right, exactly. So that's nice.
Looking really good.
Hey, Mechanics Grip in the house.
Mechanics Grip.
New friend of mine online. Met him on Twitch. They, him and some of his buddies were new to the game. Super fun stream to watch. Nice, really nice guys.
Sweet.
And I recommended some of the courses from the TGC design community that they're playing through because they were new to the game and looking for courses to play.
Welcome along, gentlemen.
But yeah, really, really cool streamer. Make sure you guys give him a look on his stream. Oh, did you? You made it halfway through the list. So how do those courses compare to just some of the ones that you were, picking off of the main database?
Just off the search on the game?
Exactly, yeah. Because I was trying to help him by giving him, so that they didn't have to just go in blind to a 18-hole round of golf.
Right.
I was trying to give him some options to where it might be more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
I love the risk reward here, by the way, Taylor, of the fact that you can go for this green in 2 and it's not that long of a shot, but boy, if you pull it left, there's no way it's going to be dry. And I think that's appropriate on a short par 5. It's like, okay, yeah, hit a 3-iron in here, but if you pull it, you're done. You know.
Oh, sit down. Trouble with the chipping.
Eye candy, and more than that, we couldn't get enough of the workability on the greens. Meaning you really liked the sculpting that the good designers are doing?
Oh, you must not have given them any of my courses then.
That is not true. I gave them. I definitely gave them some. I can't remember which ones. I think I threw Fabled Haven in there. But see, what they were going to do is I gave them a course from a bunch of top designers and then said, once you have that, then go in and hit other courses by designer to find,
there you go.
even more of the opportunities to play, good courses. So, yeah, I think I gave them Fabled Haven of yours.
Nice. Well, Island Green here. Not a bad look.
So, no, not at all. And Andre, out of the two of us, is by far the expert on eye candy and planting and really getting something to look amazing. But to me, Andre, what I liked about this is you see a lot of designers that will attempt an island green, and they make the plot of land basically right up to the green. There's nothing else there. It's just the green on an island.
Yeah.
What I liked about the way he framed this one is that it's an island and then there's a green on it, almost as if it was an island first before it was a green. Does that make sense?
Yep. There's some trees and a couple bunkers. Yeah, it's more than just like a green out in the middle of a. Yeah, I like that. What's up, Terry?
Hey, Terry. Terry was a guest on the TGC course review show the other day. I thought he did a really nice job.
Oh, nice.
I think Matt may be helping out at 4 p.m. today on the TGC course review Twitch site. Make sure you guys definitely hop over there and watch that if you've got some time this afternoon.
Sweet.
Because I think Kent and Greg will be playing along with Matt Fritsch today on a couple of places.
Big shoes to fill, huh?
Yeah, Terry does have big shoes.
Hard to follow Terry.
Yeah.
This is hard to believe this is second course for Taylor here. This is pretty good. I mean, a few like minor things just visually that are maybe I think more preference based for me, but not a lot of glaring issues here that I can see so far. How
do you feel about this one? With the portion of the fairway that you can see, and then a lot of the hole blocked off.
Yeah, I feel
maybe
this is I mean, I would have loved to have this hole open up where you can see where you're going for here, but I mean,
I was trying to decide that. I was trying to decide because we
you'd
do
rather have
talk
it
about
blind.
sight lines so much, but then again, sometimes maybe I don't know. I kind of like the balance of
Mm-hmm.
the at least you can see some of it. What I hate is when you can't see anything.
Right. I would have liked to have maybe seen just like visually, like maybe like a taller tree where it's like, all right, this is where you're aiming if you want to go for it, or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a scout cam, so it doesn't really matter, but I mean, just for more realism's sake, I guess.
Also, did you hit driver over to that other fairway?
Oh, yeah, I crushed it.
Wow. Okay. I wasn't sure if I could do that.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Doable with that wind. I think with a headwind, you probably wouldn't be able to do it.
So for me, that makes this even a better hole then, because it's a short par 4 that you can reach in certain conditions. Then I think that's a pretty cool design.
Yeah.
I liked it anyway, but I was kind of liking the balance of the implied direction. A little bit different because I think a lot of us talk about sight lines. You got to see the greens, you got to see the bunkers and stuff. Sometimes maybe it's
a good blind shot.
Sometimes it's maybe good to throw a blind in there.
Yeah. If it's executed well, if it's just like a big hump in front of the tee box that because you don't know how to sculpt properly, then that's an issue. But
terrible, yeah.
Yeah, a purposely blind tee shot can be good. Well, this is interesting. Uphill over the water here. I really like the sculpting on the right there. Those hills there are pretty good.
This is going to be really nitpicky, and I think it's appropriate to be nitpicky when we basically, I think, are playing a course that's overall extremely good. I am not, and again, Andre could really speak to this. He has an eye for this kind of thing. I'm not crazy about the bushes on the hill, only because I feel like that type of plant, that type of bush, wouldn't be growing in singlets like that all around that hill.
It's a little sparse, I think. I would have definitely thickened that up, probably. He does have
maybe outcroppings instead of scattered. You think?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe some bare areas and stuff too. It's a little scattered. Plus, again, another super minor thing, but I'm just thinking, how do I get over the lake if I were walking this course or taking a cart? I don't see a bridge. But that's nitpicky.
Well, no, I don't think so. I think that's part of the immersion factor. Now, it's not going to be a whole big category on the judging form, but I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. At least for immersion into the environment.
Yeah.
I think you need to.
What's up,
you need to consider those types of things. What's up, partner? Seamount is once again my confectionery cup partner.
Ooh, I'm with Dan this week. We had a rough go. I had an 11 on a hole, and he had a 12.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it was. I think we canceled each other out with birdies on when we had those bad holes, but still, I mean, I think I had 81.
Really?
I had 81 in the first round or something. It was a tough course.
Now that's interesting dispersion, right? I know you're a math teacher, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how crazy is the standard deviation then when one of you birdies a hole that one of you makes an 11 on?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Go in.
Yeah, the course is pretty hard. I'm not too upset about them picking it. Honestly, I think it's a kind of a fun course for a competition like this, but I know that I'm potentially in the minority on that.
Everyone's got to play it, right? So
yeah, some people haven't really enjoyed it, but you know, I the thing I liked about it, the thing I liked about Matt, golfer dude Matt, selecting it, is that Justin Chantres is a newer designer in the community, and he's a super seems to be a super nice guy. He's hanging out in Twitch chats and meeting people and stuff. So I liked the fact that he chose a course to give someone new some some airtime.
Mm-hmm.
So I was cool with that.
Yeah.
Cool hole here.
This
Talk
is
about
cool.
this one.
This is cool. Yeah, I really like how it turns the corner here. Great looking second shot. I mean, I just like how the way it's just sitting in the plot. It looks really good with the backdrop and everything. But again, same issue as number 5. How am I getting to the fairway?
Oh wow, yeah. You're gonna have to hire a billy goat or something.
Exactly.
And it wouldn't, on both holes, it wouldn't have been hard to fix. I think the left side of these tees lend themselves to even if you don't do a bridge, just sculpt the land a little bit flatter down the left side of this ravine, and then up to the fairway.
Just show that there is a way to get across. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bridge or anything, but yeah, we are getting super nitpicky here. But we're playing great courses. It's not like we're not making beginner design advice here, because everyone clearly knows what they're doing. So, oh boy, I got a slow. That's in the sand. Okay, back it out of here.
Clean Ankle Mafia. What's he talking about? Oh, I see his design syndicate. The Clean Ankle Mafia. Yeah, right.
The Clean Ankle Mafia. Like watching Chopped. What's like watching Chopped? Our
the way I'm playing?
That could be too. I'm missing some putts. We're close. I'm only beating you by 1 right now.
Oh, and you're still beating me by 1. Oh, and possibly more. I thundered that right down the hill.
Thunder.
Oi.
Oh, now he's back and forth.
Oh, Taylor, you just lost a star. Sorry.
Nitpicky stuff gets you chopped. I mean, it might in this competition. I mean, ooh. He's definitely selling the dramatic tee shots. They look really good. Planting here is a little, I don't know how I would describe it. It's a little messy up front. It's not bad.
Hey, Dale.
Yeah, actually, the more I look at it, the more I like it. But something's off on it a little bit. But it's not terrible. What's up, Dale?
I think maybe just more outcroppings instead of the fullness, maybe.
What do you think about that bunker in the back?
Let me go take a look.
Grass should be thicker. Yeah, hard to pull off in Swiss. It is, with everything being green.
I don't like that you can't have any indication that it's there from the tee. I realize that it falls off the back of a raised green, so you wouldn't want to pop the back of this bunker up because it would totally change the way that the hole is contoured into the land.
Yeah.
But maybe on the left side of the bunker, as you're looking at it from the tee, I would have come up the hill a little bit further just to indicate from the tee that there is a hazard back there.
Right. Yeah, you have no idea there's anything back there. You even just need a small part of the bunker showing or something.
Yeah.
But
like if I was playing this in real life and I just thought there was grass back there, because in real life we obviously don't have the scout cam, so I just thought there was grass back there, and I was over the green, and then I got up there and my ball was buried in the bunker, I'd be kind of upset.
Yeah, for sure.
And then also part of me thinks, do you really need it on a hole like this? I mean, just make the slope steep with bushes or something. That would be penalty enough on a 200-yard par 3.
Yep. If you airmail the green, then, I mean, you could get a bad kick off the back and you're, 30, 40 yards back instead of the bunker catching it. Might even be more of a penalty.
Yeah, I was reading the chat here. They were talking about the grass and the bushes. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe just an additional style of plant too. Like I'm feeling very regarding the two styles of bushes. It's like a bunch of circles, like a bunch of orbs, because the bushes are all circular. So another technique is to, and I see he's rotated them and changed the size of them, which is fantastic. But then also clump some of them together. That way it's not a bunch of round bushes all over the place. It's, some of them are in clusters as well.
Right.
Course play is great, Taylor. Nitpicking your planting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're not really talking too much about playability, and I find us playing really well.
Of course you would. You're kicking my butt.
By 2.
So Dale, you want to know, in this particular theme, you're right, a lower ground cover bush or two. If you take this bush right, he has them in here. Hold on, let me find it. Remember, you can't see my screen.
Just point it out at me. Point it out to me.
All right. It's the one that's not a ball. Okay, stop right there. Go to the right by that rock. Go to the right by that rock, please.
This thing?
Yep. Keep going forward. Yeah. That bush right there, the one at the bottom of his screen right now. If you make that one a little bit bigger and then lower into the ground, it turns into a ground cover. And also the one behind it by that tree.
Yeah.
Now that one you don't want to make too big, the one that's under the tree, because the leaves get really fake looking.
Yeah.
The leaves get really fake looking. But both of those can be used as ground cover if they're lowered further into the ground, because then it just looks like foliage crawling on the in the rough.
Right. Ooh, the second shot's a bit scary. Do I go for this? If I'm short, that's gonna, who knows? But why not?
Now, this bunker I actually like on this hill because it'll stop a ball from just completely getting lost into the water.
Oh, I am a bush. This reminds me of my confectionery rounds. That was most of my shots. I got stuck in the waterfall at that confectionery course, and I couldn't get out. I was inside the waterfall.
Really? Could you declare it unplayable?
No, I couldn't, because I tried to drop it, and it dropped like on a rock, and then it went through the rock and like down the waterfall. So I was inside the waterfall, and I had no way of getting it up, and I couldn't declare it unplayable. So I had to take an 11. I was a little silly, frustrating. Hey, Cappy, good morning again.
Yeah, and that's a good lesson for newer designers. As I said, Justin's a newer designer. Anytime you have a waterfall, you really want to try to put the water plane water feature in it as well, so that the game recognizes it as you hitting it in the water.
Yes.
Otherwise, you will get stuck like that in a waterfall, because the waterfalls themselves, for whatever reason, are not considered water, and the game won't recognize it as such. There has to be a water plane there as well. Really enjoy his fairway designs here. I'm liking the just how they weave over the contours of the land.
Yeah,
I think he's framed everything real. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah!
Wow.
really well. Like on every hole, except for that par 3, I feel like I can see the bunkers. I can see where I'm supposed to be going. Um, it just, I don't know, it does feel very natural to me.
Yep. Perfect. Thought that was maybe gonna get a funny bounce. I thought maybe this fairway was a bit overdone, but it's okay.
Okay, so now this planting down here in front of the green,
Mm-hmm.
I like it because he's got a couple of rocks, a dead tree, a log, some different plants. I would have taken, just to add to it, I would have taken more of those bushes that he's used all over the place and now for some reason here hasn't used any.
Yeah.
And squeeze them in the cracks around these large rocks, and then this planting would have just popped.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Love the idea. The raised green with the planting in front. I mean, the concept is beautiful. And Matt F made a great point. I mean, if we're sitting here nitpicking a course this much, it means it's a good course.
Usually, yes. So we don't have any major things to talk about. The only consistent minor thing I've noticed is just every hole, the tee box is very isolated from the rest of the course.
Man,
I mean, it just pulls the immersion factor out because there's almost no way of getting to the fairway on most of the holes, from what I'm noticing. But...
Yep. I'd have to agree. Dale's streaming his confectionery rounds tonight. Everybody make sure you tune into that if you have an opportunity.
Can't remember if he's Roche or Oreo. I think he's Roche, so go Dale.
Oh, so the heck with you, Dale. I'm not watching. Patty says this planting around the tee box is...
Yes.
Oh, he's Oreo.
Oh,
then go Dale.
Screw you, Dale. I hope you shoot 90. This is much better planting around the fairway here, or around the tee box. Yeah.
And what I said earlier, remember, add an additional plant. So now he's got the white flowers there, and some grass like that. Outcropping there looks really good.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble here. I'm in the sand, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to clear this ravine. Oh no, I got a pretty good lie. Never mind. I should be able to.
Well, you can't walk over the ravine anyway.
That is true.
You need a Sherpa.
Yeah. A hoverboard or something.
Terry's a sucker for some good planning work.
I mean, who isn't?
Yeah. Wait till you see the par 3 we're making.
Ooh.
Doggy. Although the whole community is going to hate us when they play pin set 2 and can't win the prize. So here's the design concept for the community, Andre, everybody. The danger with a par 4 like this, where the fairway and the green are so separated, and where you could really get in trouble if it was maybe a tournament course, is let's say Andre couldn't get over that ravine with his second shot. He's basically just chipping out to here and then going over. Or if you hit it in the woods and you can't get it over the ravine, how do people feel about that? Do you feel like a one-shot penalty for hitting it slightly off the fairway is fair, or do you feel like that isn't? Like, do you feel like there should be somewhere that they could advance the ball further than just chipping it out? What's your thoughts?
I think so, but not. You don't have to clear the ravine, but if there was a bit of a bailout, maybe to the right, maybe that goes about 25 yards into the ravine or something that you could chip into. But yeah, chipping sideways, I mean, I know in real life you got to do it, but I can imagine, in a video game. Very frustrating, especially with this game is so tempo based. I mean, and seemingly random in some cases. That yeah, it's if it's something I saw more than once or twice on a course, I would not like it. But
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good thoughts.
all right, ooh, this is narrow.
And really, what brought that question on is sometimes you can roll a 2 inches off of the fairway in this game and have a 63% lie, and then all of a sudden you can't get over
Mm-hmm.
the, all of a sudden you can't get over the ravine. You're having to basically chip sideways, and it's completely a one-stroke penalty at that point.
Yep.
So just a thought.
I like the waterfall in the back there. This is narrow. Doesn't need any fairway bunkers because you've got one large hazard running the entire right side of the hole.
Where?
Bit of an intimidating shot.
Where? I don't see it.
Oh yeah, well, so it's hard to see.
I was trying to psych myself out, saying I couldn't see it.
Not there. Now I've just noticed with his mountains at the back, he's got a little bit texture tearing in some places, which can detract from the look a bit. So yeah, sometimes hiding those with bushes and stuff can help, but just the look of it at the back there, just a little unnatural. But
have you done in one of your tutorials, because I know you and I have discussed this, the technique of to make mountains like that and also to make them a bit more natural looking, to raise by 7 to 10 feet, apply it, turn the brush a little bit, raise by that much, apply it, turn the brush a little bit, and go on. So that if you wanted a 40-foot wall like that, you don't do it all in one stretch. You do it in basically, 5 or 6 clicks. Do you have a tutorial on that?
Yeah, I do it a little bit different from you, but I do have in my first episode of my 201 series, I talk about kind of making a plot, and I talk a bit about mountains and stuff. I do it a little bit different from you, but pretty close.
Yep. Yeah, because you're right. There are different techniques to avoid that, and it takes a little bit more time, but it's very doable.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually get slightly more textured edges on the wall rather than just a sheer cliff that's smooth.
Right. Yeah, more to play with.
Get your waterproof shoes out to cross that creek.
I guess he ran out of budget for bridges and stuff. Here, maybe.
Love the outcropping here on the left. That is more of what I think maybe he could do on the whole course. And I was watching your flyover, so when I say the left, I actually mean the left of the second shot.
To the second shot, yeah.
In the elbow of that fairway where there's big rocks and stuff, and then there's like bushes in between, and so that's a nice outcropping.
Yeah, so
kind of like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I just kind of like that style more than the plants like all over the place. I think they have sometimes more visual effect when they aren't everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. Yeah, in this theme, definitely more of a clustered approach is better than like a spam planting approach with this theme.
I really like the second shot. I really like how it kind of comes down into a nook.
Yeah.
In the ground. That's neat. That's a neat use of the contour.
Yeah, I do like the dead tree kind of giving you an aiming point as well.
Oh, that's a good point. Wonder if he did that on purpose. I hope he did, because then that would be even better.
I bet he did. I think he's a good enough designer. I bet he did.
Yeah, Petty said the same thing, so you guys are probably right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a theme that I would love to build some. I've got ideas. I have trouble getting them onto the
I find that
designer.
very hard to believe, Andre.
No,
Denali Club was fantastic. All you had to
yeah.
do was do it in this theme.
Oh, I know, but yeah.
That golf
Or
course would fit into this theme with a click of a button.
mm,
Well, and then changing all your
and
plans.
then yeah, well, that too. I don't know.
But you know what I mean. The contour
Yeah.
of the golf course would fit this theme perfectly.
Yeah, it's true.
That's an oldie but goodie for some of you that are new to the community. Do you have that on 19, by the way, before
Yep.
I plug it?
Yep.
Okay. Go play the Denali Club. It's an oldie but a goodie from Mr. Crazy Canuck here.
That was a TGC one. You feel it's too green? Overcast. Yeah. Always worried about overcast, though.
Tough little tee shot here, Taylor. Got me in a
50-foot drop can be.
Yeah, you got me a little puckered here. I'm really hoping the wind works. Oh, hello.
Come on, come on. No.
Okay. Petty says the elevated tee may actually hurt here because of how much it's blocking.
I didn't really notice that. But...
Oh man, I can't make anything. Oh boy. Yeah, Terry has the prize for first place for the Dirty Ankle Mafia Par 3 contest that'll be coming out, and it is, I'll just say it's a prize that everyone's going to want.
Oh, Golden Age Golf. Thank you for the follow. Love your name.
That is a cool name.
Gonna want. Is it his
now
internet
you have to decide
connection?
if yeah, right. You have to decide if I'm being sarcastic or serious, but
Oh, I like the planting around the tee box here. It's nice. A little more subtle.
Total observation, and I might be completely wrong. I need to play the course again. Do you feel like the planting around the tees changed at some point during the round? Because it was kind of like when you guys said it, a couple holes ago. I feel like that's when it sort of changed.
If I were to get into his mind, I feel he's trying different things at each tee box and hoping something sticks. That's what I'm seeing. And I think he found something about halfway through that he's going with more. But I would have wished he might have made it. It's a little inconsistent. But I have noticed it. It's... yeah, there's some definitely inconsistencies with the planting.
I'm having a good time with the hole designs. I'm not really finding anything that I'm like, oh, that's a terrible hole to play.
No, it plays well. I mean, other than that ravine on 10 there, maybe, but otherwise, there's nothing playability wise that I'm
for gosh sakes
not a fan of. The greens are well sculpted. We haven't really talked about that at all, but all right. I can't seem to pull away from you here. I'm only up by 2.
I mean, are you watching how many putts I'm just, edging off the hole? It's ridiculous. Oh, it makes me want to quit this game.
Really like the water here. This is nice. And that rock outcropping on the left there looks pretty good. I like this. Long par 4.
Nice hole, yeah.
Dog leg. Very tricky tee shot. Ooh, do I want to go for that? I can make it.
Yeah, this is a nice.
This might be my favorite hole so far. I'm digging this one.
Pretty significant strategy on this hole.
Mm-hmm.
lots of choice
Yeah.
of what you want to do.
Love a good strategic hole where you're not just bomb and driver all the time. You know, those are nice to have, so those mindless holes every now and then, but
Oh man, I tested the other approach just to see because I saw that you went with driver.
yeah.
I went with 3-wood safe, and I've got 211 yards in, so it's
Ooh.
definitely uh, and that's a good thing because that means the risk reward actually has a reward.
Yes.
Meaning Andre had a much shorter
I did.
second shot,
Which I
and
got a
so
slow tempo and messed up, but still, I had a easier shot in for sure.
another hole without a bridge. So the only reason I'm going to mention it now at this point is I'm not a judge. Andre's not a judge, but I think at this point there's so many water crossings without bridges that's going to probably. I know I said earlier it wouldn't take a point off, but probably now it's going to because it's all of them that don't have a bridge.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
So something just for your next design to consider because that. Again, as nitpicky as we can be, because there's so many good designers in our community now, to have a really nice course without bridges over waters, I just think people are going to notice.
Mm-hmm.
They just will. 1 point off for civil engineering.
I feel like he has done I think one of the strong parts of his course visually is his water features and stuff. I mean, that's a nice looking waterfall there. Just like the meandering kind of stream here.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It really is.
This is an interesting, like, amphitheater style green. Okay, we could go this way as well.
Yeah, and then there's a choice on this one, right?
Yeah.
Is this the fairway for this hole?
I think so. Yeah, looks like it.
Or is that for a different hole?
Oh, this is this hole. Big playing area here. I mean, you hit over here, though, and you've got a tricky second shot. You gotta hit over the hill, but if you go to the left, you got a better angle in, but you got a narrower fairway, so I like that.
And you would have a longer shot, wouldn't you?
Well, I'm gonna go to the right. You go to the left.
Okay.
Or, well, I picked the easier drive.
It's all right. My stroke sucks, so I can't putt. I was thinking triangulation-wise, you would be taking the more direct route. I thought you'd have the shorter shot.
I got 216 in. I should have the shorter shot, but I definitely have the tougher shot in, especially with this pin. I got to go over the hill to a front pin. So,
I hit mine basically API check, perfect with a straight line, and I'm in the fairway with 249.
Okay. Yeah, you got to look at the pin. I would like maybe this green to be a bit bigger, just to give us a few more options. I think pin wise, where you might be going, but. Uh-oh. Well, this is going to be interesting.
It's going to bounce off the
hill. Oh, kicked hard left. Backwards. Oh, I'm on the fairway. Eric learned triangulation this morning, Terry says.
Boy, I could say something so bad right now, and I'm just not going to. No, actually I am. So it was a triangle between me, Cindy, and my oh, never mind.
Oh.
Hey, eagle time.
Whoa, you got two back there because I parred. Well, just like that, we're all tied up.
I couldn't have hit two better shots on that hole. Both of them were perfect with a straight line.
Hey, there's a bridge.
What? I'm taking points off now because there is a bridge.
There is a bridge.
Where's it coming from, though?
Let's
oh,
see.
there we go. Okay, way over here.
Over
All
there,
right,
yeah.
so you walk down there, and then okay, I see.
Hey, Taylor's here. What's up?
No, I'd probably recommend you don't watch it, tearing your course apart. I hadn't played it until this stream. I just saw other people play it. Now I'm playing it, and I wish I hadn't.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Eric not holding back.
No, love it, Taylor. Really, the playability on it is super fun. We were actually just discussing that on that last par five. Andre and I have been taking some different routes on some of the holes where you have choices just to see what the different shots provide. And I think we're in agreement that the playability is really good.
I'm enjoying it thoroughly.
So we've just been nitpicking. That's all.
Both birdied. All tied up, going to 18. Here we go. We got an awesome 18th hole, right?
It is actually an awesome 18 hole based on the streams I've seen. So since Taylor's in here now, and then there's going to get wet. Taylor, I have a serious question. This isn't even me being a smart aleck. Did you run out of plant meter and not be able to do bridges over your waters? So that's a serious, I'm being serious. Is that a question we were wondering earlier? Man, hard tee shot.
Yeah. I really think it would have benefited, even though, I mean, it's a very short distance. I would have liked to have seen some fairway before the water, I think. I think that just would have framed it a little bit better. But
okay. Yeah.
Ran out? Really? Interesting.
Yeah. The bridges and, to my knowledge, bridges and retaining walls are pretty expensive in the object budget because of the hitboxes. So that makes sense now, because I've been busting on you the whole time during this stream for not having bridges. Just so you know, when you watch it back, I've been giving you a hard time about that.
Oh, go in. Oh.
Oh man.
There you go. You're gonna have to play for the tie.
Yeah, Eric's got a problem here going into sandy knees.
It's because you planted 90% of the trees. Ah, that'll eat up the object meter for sure.
I'm right at it, Andre. I'm right at it.
No. No. Oh. Would that have been something? Nice shot.
If I had walk off eagled that would have
been great.
Crazy. It's a 5-star course for me. I
really
I hope to see that on the web tour. Honestly, that way I'd get to play it 4 tournament rounds.
I liked it. Played really well. A lot of good strategy on some of these holes. Yeah, it was clean. I mean, for a second course, it's pretty unbelievably good. Yeah, just a few inconsistencies with, a course with so much water. I think you need the bridges. It just pulls you out immersion wise, and I just think a little bit of the planting was a little. You're trying a lot of different things, and just seemed a little uneven in places. But those would be my only minor real nitpicks. But otherwise, it was a good one.
Yeah, all of what he said. I don't think I have anything to add other than really when you watch the stream back, you'll notice that one of our observations was that we thought the planting style kind of matured and changed over the course. And so that's probably due to the fact that, you were processing things as you went. And your planting, I thought, on the back 9 and especially as we got to the end, was better than it was on the front nine, and that could have a lot to do with just doing the course as you went,
Mm-hmm.
and then finding different styles that you liked. So I really enjoyed playing it though.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. So, we will sign off here for now. If you are watching on Twitch, we're going to be right back with our second course of the day. If you are on YouTube, thanks for watching. Leave the designer some awesome comments down below. And yeah, we will move on to the next one. So we will see you guys in a few minutes.